Hey, now before we have this talk, you're supposed to watch a video on Madea. I think it's Madea. It's actually a comedian dressed in drag, I believe, or like a woman. And but it's a discussion. It's a video she does on friendship, and it has so much packed in it. Make sure you watch that first before you start this. And so at this point, I'm going to assume that you already have. And there are so many lessons in that video. I used to take notes from it because there were so many things that I wanted to make sure that you hear. And I'm going to highlight some of them, and hopefully maybe your leader had took some notes. And it's not just about relationships, although I think it's very important that you youth that are old enough to be in relationships to be very crystal clear that every single thing that is said in that video is true. But it is also about friendships in general. We all know what it's like to be in a friendship that's toxic. So the first part I want to talk about is when she talks about the leaves of a relationship, those that are just kind of there but will leave you in just a minute and fly off of the tree. They're not very secure. And then the branches that are, well, first, let me back up. Think about those people in your life that either you feel like are or have been the leaves in your relationships. Again, whether a loving relationship between you and another person as a couple or a friendship. And I bet your list is lengthy of those people that just really don't stay. And then it talks about the people that are the branches in your tree. The ones, there's branches all around me. I should pick one up and show you. The ones that that are a little bit sturdier, but if too much starts to happen, then it breaks and they leave. Those almost fool you sometimes, that you thought they were really in, but they weren't. It didn't take a whole lot to force them or to talk them into leaving. Now think about those people. Take a minute. Think about the people in your life that were or maybe are branches. I'll give you a minute. Give them names in your head if you want to. Maybe your leader stops and gives you a chance to give them, to name them out loud if you're comfortable. Or maybe take a piece of paper and write them down if that feels good to you. And before I move on to the roots, I want you to forgive yourself for having a relationship with those leaves and those branches, because we learned about those people. I have a very good friend that was a very good friend at a period of time in my life that our kids were the same age, and we did everything together on the weekends, during the summer. We took our kids together. And I thought we would be friends forever. But when our kids all got grown and they made different friends, she and I weren't that close anymore. That commonality wasn't the same. So I would consider her a branch. Nothing happened bad in our relationship. And I value what we had. She had a season, as Madea talks about. She had a season in my life. We raised our children together. And then we have mentally, not actually verbally, but we've mentally bid farewell and moved on. And when we see each other, we're very glad. We meet together for a coffee every now and then. But that is over. So understand that just because the leaves and the branches leave you, doesn't always mean, or doesn't, that you did anything wrong. It means that they were there for a period of time, because we can't keep everybody. They were there for a period of time to give you what you needed during that time in your life. And then it's so absolutely okay to let them go and to not hold on so tight that in the end we're damaged because of it. So when you think and you name those leaves and those branches, do it with love and gratitude. Unless, of course, the leaving hurt you. Then maybe release the gratitude and the love towards them, but forgive yourself and pay attention to what you learned from that friendship, that encounter. But the part that Medea really speaks to me too, and I hope you heard this, say it louder to the people in the back: love yourself first. Be okay with your own presence. I know people, and I know you know people that always have to have a boyfriend. Like, that defines them. Well, first of all, that's a lot to put onto a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you know, if that's what's required. Love yourself first, because then you're so much more lovable, because you're showing these people what there is to love about you. If you bring people into your life that you have to convince to stay because you don't love yourself enough to think they should stay, I hope I'm making sense, then you're asking a lot of them. So maybe those branches sometimes leave because it's too heavy because of what you're requiring. Be good with yourself first, because absolutely you're good enough. This is the way God made you to be. You are perfect and divinely made. Love yourself first, and then everybody else cannot help but love you. But if they don't, then you love yourself enough to release them. And then you pay attention to the roots. Those people that you know are solid. Those people that have grown with you down into your life, that you feel like you're secure. Again, whether that's a relationship with as a couple, which at your age, I don't know that you've got that already, but maybe it's the friendship of somebody that you are really sure they're going to be around. And I will tell you, I'm still really good friends with some ladies that I went to high school with. They're my roots. So, again, powerful video. And I encourage you, it's not that long. There's different versions on YouTube. Watch it again. And maybe again. Because every time I listen to it, there's so much coming at you that you hear it, but then you miss the next thing. It's one after the other. Hear it again and again and pay attention to it. Let it become your mantra of who you are, and identify those people in your lives and love them through it, and let go of those ones that you need to, and love yourself first and foremost. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoy Medea's video and get from it what I, even at my age, get from it. Very powerful. I hope every single one of you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me.